Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. This week, I want to look at how our beliefs can impact the success we have in learning to live free of pornography. And it's important to know that when it comes to our beliefs are the filter, the lens through which we will look at the experiences of the circumstances of our life. And based on those beliefs, we're going to have certain thought then about that experience or about what we're facing. That thought is going to inspire a feeling, and then that feeling is going to motivate our actions. It's very difficult to act in a way different from what we're feeling on a long term basis. And our actions eventually create, either in the short term or the long term, they create the results that we experience. So let's think, for example, of one of the common beliefs that I think a lot of guys feel when they start this journey to freedom. And that's they believe that I'm never going to be free of pornography. I'll never be able to break free of this. And what that does then is when we're faced with different circumstances, we naturally are going to have negative thoughts. And those negative thoughts are going to make us feel hopeless or weak or incapable. And those feelings then are going to just make it that much quicker to fall. Versus if we have the belief that, you know what, I'm in the process of learning how to live free of pornography. And now when I experience something or am faced with a situation, if I have that belief, I now have a very different thought. I might ask myself, what can I learn from this situation? What is the opportunity here? What can I apply that I've been working on in this particular circumstance? Notice how the thought is different based on what we believe. Okay. If I believe that I'm never going to succeed, then it's just a matter of time. If I believe that, you know what, I'm learning and I'll eventually get there, we are in such a different mindset and can succeed so much faster. So that's what I want you to think about in terms of what are your beliefs? And do you really believe that you can overcome pornography? And if not, what can we do to build up the belief that, you know what, you can and you are learning how to do it? Now, part of what we have to do to really embrace and have this new belief that I am learning how to overcome pornography and I will eventually be free. In order to get there, we have to reinforce that belief so it feels truer to us than the old belief that I'll never be able to do it. So there's some questions we can ask to help strengthen those. For example, what choices have I made recently that align with this new belief? Right? What are you doing differently that you didn't used to do? Are you on social media a little bit less? Do you not stop and lust after a woman or a girl when you see her and she's attractive? What is different? Are you practicing the skills, the stop, drop, and breathe? And that goes into the next question. What habits am I building that support this belief? Okay. We've been going through the fundamentals of freedom, things like practicing stop, drop, and breathe, saying honest prayers, understanding the difference between temptations and urges, understanding that our negative emotions motivate our urges. And we're developing habits, we're developing awareness that's going to help us succeed. And there's more questions. So, for example, what evidence do I see today that I'm becoming a different man than I used to be? I'll tell you, I am different than I was 5 years ago. And where have I already shown progress, even if it was small? Even just those little things can demonstrate and prove to yourself that this bigger belief that we want, that I'm going to get there because I'm learning how to live free of pornography, is true. What does God have to say about my ability to grow and change and overcome? Right? I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And so God isn't going to leave me alone. I need to also have faith and belief in him. What positive outcomes have I already experienced? What strengths did I use today that I didn't have a year ago? What triggers have I responded to better than I used to? And finally, what would my future self say about the progress I'm making? such a good question. Put yourself 6 months, 12 months into the future. And when you know how to live free of pornography and you're able to do this, how are you going to feel at that time? What is that future self going to say about you in this moment that, you know what? I'm proud of you for fighting. I'm proud of you for having the discipline to stick to your plan. I'm proud of you for learning, even though it was difficult, right? These are just some of the things. So what I'd love to have you do is go through, answer these questions for yourself and share them in the chat for this week. And that just might encourage someone else. And if you go through and look and see what the other guys are putting in there, you might see something there that helps and applies to you as well. So God bless, guys. Look forward to talking to you soon.